Hey everyone. As I was clearly pissed earlier today, and as I'm doing my training, um, it's not really the biggest deal. The biggest deal, because it was just some kids being stupid, as most kids, especially men, we so stupid. Um, it's the idea that somebody can do this and walk off. I think that's the big thing. One thing I grew up around, I had gates. Not saying that a gate would stop anybody, but having space for her to do that, and definitely having cameras. Um, my Ring doorbell has paid for itself many times over. I have one, two, three, four, five, six. Actually, I found out I had one camera that it's solar panel, and the solar panel didn't work, so it went out a while. Um, you gotta really be careful to protect what you have. You gotta really be careful, and because you live in a nice neighborhood or not a nice neighborhood, you gotta be mindful that you never rest on security. Now, family, children, some women, but there's some women that they do. They care very much about security. Um, for a lot of us men, that's just who we are. Especially if you count in the less lethal gun community, that's a huge thing. Is to protect the people that you care about, even though they are clueless. Um, it's a simple fact that somebody think this is okay, and it's just the way I grew up. It's just that you just don't be doing this. But people think they can. People people think they can say anything or do anything, and there's no consequences. I'm a person going to give you consequences. If you come up to me, start mouthing off, and say what you got to do, I'm gonna put my hands on you. Just that's just how I am. At the moment, I'm respectful until I'm not. The moment you touch me at any point, it's the moment I have the liberty to do what I need to do to get the job done. That's not a bragging thing. That's not me thinking I'm better. I have to get you before you get me. I have to, because we live in an age where people are getting hurt. People know they're targeting people that can't fight back, or or they pick on people they think they can bully. You have to show them that you cannot. I'm not the one to be bullied. And I'm not talking about excessive force. I'm not talking about go above beyond like a mafia don or something where you gotta make sure they know that I'm the ish around here. Nothing like that, because that means you're an insecure person. But it's the simple fact that don't don't mess with my family. Don't do it. Don't mess with my family. I take that very personal. That's how anybody in my house, anybody in my vicinity, do not mess. If you do, there's consequences for your actions. Now, if I could let the cops handle it, I handle it. But in my opinion, cops are pretty useless. I hate to offend anybody who's a big cop person. They do a lot of good service, and they do protect a lot of good people. But a lot of crimes go unpunished, and by the time you call them, it's already done. And sometimes you just have to handle it to yourself, not to the extreme where you go to court, but you have to handle it yourself. That's just kind of a lot of part. You can. But I will say, camera, if you have camera, it can do more than anything you can physically do. Video is the new security these days, especially in the age of social media where you can blast this out and there's nowhere you can run. There's nowhere you can run. So that's just my 2 cents of all of this. Um, Earlier, I was pretty hot, but maybe taking it a little too personal. But I take it very seriously. Protecting I'm in martial arts every day. So what's the point of doing this training on this, working on this, if I don't pull it out when I need to? Because if you're scared here, no martial arts can help you. You cannot be scared here. So that's just my opinion on this.